where I briefly mentioned a gentleman that works a corporate job and makes good money. He worked this corporate job for 11 years and does a lot of investing in stocks. And in the previous video, I talked about, how he met a young lady on a dating app. He described her as a cute, curvy, petite blonde, a 9 out of 10 on the look scale. So this gentleman sent me another email yesterday, and he wants me to share the details with you guys so this scenario doesn't happen to you. Now, he sent me a 3-page email detailing his situation. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to go off of memory and give you, the gist of what happened. Okay, so this gentleman is from the Midwest. He matched with this female on Bumble, and then they got into the talking phase. They were talking for about a week and just texting back and forth. So he asked her out on a date, and they set up, the date and time and everything. The place he decided to take her was a high-end, very expensive restaurant in his city. He had to make a reservation, just to get a table. He said he liked her so much he really wanted to make a lasting first impression and really impress her. Now, let me say this. I understand men want to impress women with nice things. In this instance, he wanted to impress this chick with a lavish restaurant. Okay?
So it's a similar. Pretty much. It's a similar. Thanks. If a chick is into you, doesn't matter where you take her, man. You could take her to Waffle House. It wouldn't matter. She's just happy to be in your presence. I think a lot of guys just haven't experienced what it feels like for a woman to be genuinely interested in them, physically. They don't even know what that feels like. I've been on a few dates where on the first date, the chick is running towards me, smiling, and jumps in me and starts kissing me. First date. We met the day before. The next day we had a date. She runs towards me, arms wide open. She gives me a kiss. She's a little bit nervous, but she still gives me a kiss on the mouth. Oh yeah, that happens. That happens. If a chick is kissing you on the first date, she's physically attracted to you, dog. She is. If you feel the need that you have to take it to somewhere lavish, then there's something wrong there. Because let me tell you why. Women have this sixth sense of knowing, of smelling desperate on the man. They just do. They just do. Now, you're the kind of guy that's put it this way, right? You can be a guy that takes a woman to a fancy restaurant, and you can have another guy that takes a different chick to a fancy restaurant, right? Women can still tell whether or not it's a big deal to you or not. They can still tell whether it's a big deal to you or not. It's the way you carry yourself. It's the questions you ask. It's the way you look at her. Where you're not enamored with her at all. Women can tell, okay, this is something he does, so it's not really a big deal. I'll give you an example, right? It'll be something like, you take a chick to a nice restaurant, but in your text message, you tell her, look, don't be late, because if you're late, don't even bother showing up. There you go. This is a dude that, yeah, he's just doing it, but it's not a big deal. Don't even bother showing up. Versus another dude that gets there 30 minutes before, and you send her these dumbass texts like, "Where you at?" Like, I'm sitting in the back. Blah blah blah. You already fucked up. Get it? All right, let's keep going.
I guess, as a way to show her that he's able to do things like that. Okay, so doing this is both good and bad. Yeah, it's good and bad, and I'm going to explain why that is later, but let's get back to the story. So during dinner, they sat, ate, talked, and again, he said this was at a high-end steakhouse. The whole while they were sitting at the table, she seems as though she was interested in his hobbies and just interested in him in general. So when the bill came, you guys already know he paid. These women most of the time won't split the bill with you guys. She's going to expect for you to have that all covered. But anyway, guess how much the bill was? $217.98. So after the fancy dinner, drinks, and tips, this gentleman ended up paying almost $220, which he didn't mind because he was really into his date. So about 2 days later, this gentleman decided to hit her up. So he called her during his lunch break at work. No answer. So he shrugged it off and not thinking it was a big deal. Heck, maybe, she was busy herself at the moment. So once he got home later that evening, he called her again. Again, no answer.
He's done. He's done. This is why you don't spend that much on the first date. I'd say the max, absolute max that you can spend on the first date would be, when I go on a first date, like the absolute max that I'm going to spend, maybe $100, maybe. And that's probably because I'm doing too much. Right? You take a chick to like a cheesecake factory, right? Each meal is going to cost about what, $25, 50, drinks, blah, blah. And I'm probably doing a little bit too much by ordering desserts and all that bullshit. It's good, probably because I'm eating too much. But you should be on the hook for about $50 on the first date. That's it. $50 for her first date. And if she's borderline, you're not really feeling her like that, bruh, you're not taking her to no cheesecake factory though. You take her ass to freaking Panera Bread or some shit, right? Take her there. Hey, yo, I'm around the corner. Look, meet me at Panera Bread real quick. Just say it exactly like that. Meet me at Panera Bread real quick. All right, this ain't no fucking date. Like, just meet me over here real quick. I'm grabbing something to eat. Like, yo, meet me at Panera Bread real quick. Say it just like that. You guys gotta know how to do first date. Just meet me at fucking what do you call those places? The Panera Bread type, where you stand and then they make your food for you in front of you. You walk the line, blah blah blah. That type shit. Where you spend like $12, some shit, like a Chipotle type, right? Hey, meet me. I'm heading to Chipotle. Hey, meet me at Chipotle real quick. I'm around your area. Cool, done. Now, the mistake you guys make is you don't take advantage of those first dates, those cheap first date. Get as much information as you can on that first date. As much information. Because you need to, after that first date, now you need to decide, you need to make a decision, all right? Is this chick worth it or not? All right, let's keep going.
Now, mind you, he said that he gets home around 6:30 every evening. But yeah, no answer. So, he was kind of beginning to wonder why she didn't return his call from earlier in the afternoon when he was on his lunch break. So he didn't think no more about it the rest of that evening. So the next day, he gets home again, but this time he attempted to reach out to her via text message. And this is what he says. He said, "Hey, how's it going? Just wanted to check in on you and, see how you're doing. I enjoyed dinner the other night and we got to do it again sometime soon. Text me or give me a call whenever you're free." Guess what happened? She leaves him on red. So she read his message, but for
Fellas, listen. These chicks, like their phones, it never leaves them though. Their phones is constantly on their body. They're constantly checking their phone. Constant. When you send a message, you call, you send a text, one time is all they get. They seen that shit. They've seen, believe me, they've seen it. No need to confirm, no need to call twice. One time. They've seen your shit though. If you're not hearing back from it, it's next. And this is a problem for fellas. Listen, when you text a chick, you went out to dinner or whatever, first day. You send her a text, she don't respond. Now you got two choices. You can either exit left with some dignity or keep trying and look like a dumbass. She's gonna keep laughing at your dumbass. Oh hell, I definitely ain't calling his ass back because he don't even get the message. Always exit with dignity. Always. Let me give you guys another scenario. Always exit with dignity and never show emotion. Let me tell you something that happened to me, and this is me just crazy. I was working just like I am right now. You guys can't see, but I'm actually working. All right. On a different laptop. All right. Couple different laptops. All right. Whatever. So I was working on a Saturday. I had met this chick like twice before, like, and we really hit it off, right? Just talking, blah 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 blah. In fact, I even have a video. She actually made a video that I reacted to that I didn't even realize that it was her. You guys can go back. It's the one that was loud and just a black, and they're all loud. So anyway, that's not gonna help with your filtering. All right, whatever. But she was the black chick that was doing makeup, whatever, and saying that where all the men at. Anyway, whatever. So I took that chick out. So we were planning to meet at around 1, but I was working, right? And I didn't know, like, because manager at work, and I didn't have, I just, I just had to stay back or whatever, right? Working. So I was working, blah, 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 blah. Shorty keeps texting like, where you at? This and that. Blah, blah, blah. I said, look, I'm really, really sorry, but I'm at work, this and that. Look, so I kept pushing it back. So after around 2, so I said, all right, cool. Work is done. I'm headed my way. Cool. I get in the Uber. I get over there. I drive over there. Look what this bitch does. When I got there, right? Because I said, okay, I'm here now. We were supposed to meet at the spot. She was like, yeah, I canceled. I canceled the thing. The way you handle that when a chick does something shady like that, obviously she's ghosted for life. She's a piece of shit, obviously. But the way you handle that is simple. You simply send a text and say, my nigga. Done. You don't send no more texts. You don't try to like, what's all this? You told me you're gonna be no, 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 none of that. A chick breaks up with you, all you say is, my nigga. Done. Go back and watch Denzel in Training Day. The way he always says that, my nigga, and just walk away. Or you can say, my man, and just walk away. That's all you say. Anybody tries to get you all hype, say, my nigga, just walk away. No need, just always leave with dignity. If it's gone, it's done. All right? If it's over, it's over. But always leave with dignity. Never chase. Because if you chase, you're guaranteed to lose it. But if you leave with dignity, there's a chance that she can actually get a hit back on him. Like, oh, you know what? This thing got some class. Got it. All right.
For whatever reason, did not respond. 30 minutes went by. He didn't hear from her. He understands that, people get busy and all of that, but something started to seem.
No, no, no. That's all that simp shit. Oh, people get nigga, please. She ain't that damn busy. These chicks ain't got no jobs. And then people get the fuck out of here. No. You call her, she done seen it, dog. As soon as you hit send, she done seen it, dog. Don't get it twisted. She done seen it. Unless she's like a freaking surgeon or she's a doctor. Okay, then I can understand. They're on their rounds and all that bullshit. I get it. I've dated doctors, many of them, I get it. But she's not a doctor. No excuse. I'm not trying to hear that shit, dog. No, she got 10 to 15 minutes max to respond back.
fishy with the whole situation. Okay, so he waited an hour, and guess what? Still no response. So he went to bed with that on his mind. At this point, he's starting to second guess himself. A few days passed, and he never heard back from her. So the gentleman tells me in his email how he would be sitting in his car while on lunch break and just thinking about the whole situation. And he eventually just accepted the fact that he was ghosted. Despite the fact that, this female came off as though she was so interested in him and so interested in his hobbies, his profession, and all of that, she ghosted him. And that first time he texted her and she left him on red, that was really a big red flag right then and there. And it only takes a few seconds to respond to a text. We already know that. It only takes a few seconds, She could have just picked up the phone and just quickly acknowledged his message. It takes no time to do that. But she didn't do that. So the telltale signs were there. She wasn't truly interested in you, sir. She was just interested in what you could do for her. In this case, taking her to a high-end restaurant. And don't be surprised if she was entertaining another guy while you were trying to reach out to her. These women will play nice and smile in your face, but they have a rotation of guys, like I said before. They are simultaneously entertaining. You're not the only one she's seeing. She has different guys that can cater to her every need. You just happen to be the foodie date guy. She has the guy that can take her on foodie dates. She has the guy that can provide her entertainment. She has the guy that can take her on trips. She has the guy that can give her money. She has the guy that can repair and fix things when she needs that. She has the simp guy that's just there to validate her and boost her ego. She has the guy that's 6 feet tall. See what I mean? That's just a few examples, but they got a rotation of guys. And each guy caters to her different need. Yeah, that's what modern women do. That's exactly what they do. I've told you guys this. That is what they do. They even get on social media and teach this to younger girls. They teach younger girls, instead of relying on one man to do everything, to just have an arsenal of men where each one has a certain attribute that can be exploited. So this is why they have a rotation of men. Each man provides a different value to her. Yeah, at the end of his email, he said that he would sit in his car and think about it. This is on his lunch break. And so he decides to delete the dating apps off of his phone. Good for him. That's what he needed to do. He also mentioned to me that he's becoming very cynical and believes that mostly all females are only interested in what a guy can do for them. He's realizing this. So he told me that he's 5'9". He's a Caucasian male, and while he usually doesn't have a problem getting dates, the female usually almost ends up ghosting him for no reason. And this has happened one too many times. I'm just going to put it in my own words and say it in a nicer way. He's becoming resentful and would rather not deal with them at all.
Let me tell you how you fix that. Tell you how to fix it, guys. Give you game. Give you some game. This is how you fix this. All right. You want to know if a chick is serious, if you want to know if a chick is genuinely excited about you, you want to know if a chick is just an airhead. When you get that number and you guys are planning a date, I need you to look her dead in the eye and say, look, I need you to call me. Like, say, for instance, you're not even at a date yet. But you say, all right, here's your number. Don't even take her number. Let her give her your number. Don't even take her number. Fuck all that. Just, hey, take my number. You call me at a specific time. You call me at 1 p.m., not 1:30 and not 2 p.m. Call her at 1 p.m. Tell her, I need you to call me at 1 p.m. Don't call me anything later than that or early, because that's my only free time of the day. All right? And you look her dead in the eye and you tell her that. If she calls you at 1 p.m., cool. Then you graduate on to what? Chipotle. Say the same thing. Hey, look, the area, you guys have talked the day before. All right, I'll be in your area. I'm gonna probably just grab me some Chipotle. You want to join me? Like, meet me at Chipotle real quick. Boom. Once again, you tell her, look, I'll be there at 1 p.m. Don't be late, because if you're even 5 minutes late, don't even bother, right? Because I'm just go straight to work. After that, you ghost her. She's there at 1 p.m. again. Watch. Guess what? Okay, 2 for 2. Now you can graduate to, say, Cheesecake Factory. Once again, blah, blah, blah. It's a Saturday. All right, look, meet me here at 7 p.m., right? I do not like it when people are late. Meet me at 7 p.m. If you're even going to be 5 minutes late, don't bother showing up, because chances are you're not going to see me there. Tell us straight like that. The reason you're doing all these things is for two things. Number one, you're seeing whether or not she's really interested in you. And you got to say that during the first conversation. You give her your number. You don't take her number. Give her your number. Don't take her number. No. No. Because if she fucks up and she doesn't call you, bro, she doesn't even exist, dog. And she needs to know that. Like, listen, you don't even exist. I don't even have your number. You don't even exist. Hey, take my number. You call me, you don't. I don't know. Like, but look, but call me at 1. Don't call me at 1:30. Don't be late. Like, just call me at 1. That's my only free time. You call me at 1:05, don't even bother calling. And if she does test you and calls you at 1:05, I told you to call me at 1. You didn't call me at 1. We can try this again tomorrow at 1. But if you don't bother calling me ever again. Period. Why am I telling you guys to do this? You're saving yourself time and money. You see, I mean, bro, you're just saving yourself time and money. You're taking her through all these different stages so she knows that you're not the one to be fucked with. For real. And if you're a guy that has a lot going on, you really don't have time for the bullshit. You really just don't. You know what I mean? You just don't have time. So if they fail the first test, it's over. Ghost. Block that shit. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if this was a job interview, her ass would have been there 15 minutes prior. She ain't missing that job interview. She gonna get there on time, well dressed, hair permed and all that. So she violates any of the first 3 tests. The first 3. Bro, she's ghost. You don't even have a number. You don't even have a number. You are not going to give her your social media. You're not going to give her your full name. No. If your name is Daniel McBride, whatever. Okay, my name is Daniel. That's it. You ain't giving her no. She does not, bruh. Listen, that's how you do it. You don't take her number because you don't want her number. You feel me? Most of these chicks that you guys are putting on a platter, like this chick said, they all have reserved dudes, man. They all do. And no matter how good her weave is, no matter how perfect her makeup is, you got to understand this is a chick that has gotten down on her knees and swallowed some shit. I hate to say it to you like that, but you always got to have that in the back of your mind. This chick that you're chasing, some dude had her eating chicken wings after she done swallowed some shit. For all you simps, you need to have that in the back pocket. This is the world we live in, unfortunately. These are the type of women that we're dealing with, unfortunately. I'm not an advocate for you guys just wasting your time on women and all that, but if this is what you want to do, you got to learn the game. All right, we talk about divorce matters, guys. Why? Because divorce actually matters. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share. We really appreciate it. Peace.